Duty. Okay, this little fortnightly video is about duty as a teacher. So, what is duty as a teacher? What is duty? What are our responsibilities? What do we as teachers need to be doing? What should we be doing? That's the question. That's the value for this fortnight. There's the philosophical sense of fulfilling your duty morally, obligationally, and with some sense of needing to do. But then there's also the duties as jobs and actions of responsibilities that we need to try and do in our role as teachers. Through a little workshopping with some of the teachers from my school, we came up with 4 categories: school, students, self, and society. That seemed to encompass most of the main responsibilities that we as teachers have. And within that, there little droplets that were the duties part under that responsibility, that umbrella of responsibility. So I'm just going to go through them today and just take a quick look at some of the duties that we as teachers have as educators and teachers within the school community. So first up, we've got school. We've got the duty to the school. So this is our place of employment. This is where we work, where we spend a lot of time. The duty we have to that school is to the values of the school and to encompass them, to practice teach them, to help students to understand them within the school community. And each member has incredible wisdom and experience and knowledge of the school environment, of the pedagogical environment, and of the practice. In the school, we've got to support each other. We've got a duty to support both teachers, and that's part of our duty. These teachers are our colleagues and our friends and our professional understanders of this situation that we're in. And each member has incredible wisdom and experience and knowledge of the school environment, of the pedagogical environment, and of the practical environment of the classroom. So, and we each go through challenges. So supporting each other within that school environment is a duty. We have duty to the resources of the school. So we need to, promoting sustainable practices and working within the constraints of our school community and the levels of finances that we have at our disposal. And we have a duty to follow the policies and procedures. That's an agreed upon framework for our school to work through the different situations that arise. And these aren't set in stone, but they are solidly marked out and should be utilized along the way and should be reviewed and updated at different times too. All right. Next, we have students. So we definitely have a duty to our students. They are incredible individuals, and we as teachers need to be respecting and loving those students for who they are and their skills and their potential and their abilities and their trials and tribulations. We have a duty of care for their safety, for their well-being, and for their health, and to give them a safe environment so they can learn and prosper. And that their well-being is at a high level as well. It's a high priority. You can't be learning if you ain't feeling good, at least pretty good. So the idea is to build that up, and our duty to our students is a big one. Next part is our duty to our society. So I've used that as an umbrella term for communities and families and the world at large. So local community, Australian community, global community. And we need to make sure we're preparing citizens, giving them the opportunity to engage in discussion, giving them the knowledge, using our values to help them understand what's going on, and just preparing them to positively contribute to our communities. As part of this, we've got to engage with families. That is a duty to ensure that we are connecting with the other families within our society, within our community, and utilizing their knowledge, skills, and abilities, and sometimes resources to help build our school community up as high as it can be. We've also need to foster a sense of global awareness for our students, and for ourselves, to make sure that we understand how we, as a small microcosm, fit into the larger system, basically, the larger world, and actively be part of the community. So in getting involved in community through service activities, through community initiatives such as festivals or markets, and engaging and helping within the community when we can, given the opportunity, especially when there's opportunities for learning, and there often is within the community. And the last one is the duty to self. So this is, as teachers, we can't be the old adage, you can't give from an empty cup. So ensuring that we are putting ourselves and our well-being at a high priority. It's pretty hard to give well and to teach effectively if you are struggling. The education field, within your subject field, and within a global field. So just having that sense of learning. I guess why I'm making this YouTube channel, to keep learning and ensure that I'm continuously striving to. I think having a sense of gratitude within teaching for the role that we have, and we get to focusing on the good parts of that experience. Otherwise, it's pretty easy, and you see it very often, of teachers, especially really struggling, getting burnt out, really just getting bogged down by some of the aspects of the education profession that aren't perfect and do need to be played with and changed. But having gratitude for what we do have and what we can do, that's a big one. And then also just having enjoyment, having a sense of enjoyment with what you do and why you're doing it. I think it kind of goes hand in hand with gratitude, just finding the enjoyment in the moment, in the teaching, in the lessons, with the children, with your colleagues, even with the environment of the school that you're in. This week I used the gym for the first time in ages, and it was a bit run down and rough. And as I did my session, I cleaned it up and got it working a bit better. And I was like, how good is this? I've got a gym that I could utilize if I want to. And it's here. Just overall, I guess that idea of the different duties that we have is, I guess it's important to realize they're all interconnected. So if you're fulfilling your duty to yourself, you'll be fulfilling your duty to your students as well. And if you're fulfilling your duty to your students, your school community and your school duties are generally being fulfilled as well. And if you're doing all of that stuff well, and it's all balanced, your society and your connection with society and community is, I guess, keeping these core duties in mind, using reflection, using your colleagues and talking with. Overall, you can build a solid teaching practice based around all the different parts that we have. I did forget to do administration tasks in the school environment, and it is a duty. sometimes it doesn't have to be the main priority. So anyway, that's your duty as a teacher. Thanks.